The Knicks just produced one of the greatest NBA Finals performances of all time in Game 4. But will they be able to finish off the Spurs in Game 5 and to claim an NBA championship? That's the real question now after they have taken a 3-1 series lead. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down expectations for Game 5 and if the Knicks can get it done. I'm also going to be sharing my thoughts on Game 5 as well as some predictions and picks that I'm looking for that game. If you haven't done so already, folks, and you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video so you don't miss out on future content. Last night's Knicks game was one of the most unreal performances that I've watched as a fan of any of the teams that I root for. The Knicks managed to perform at an elite level in the fourth quarter when it mattered the most. They were down by over 20 points, down by 29 at one point earlier in the game. They didn't blink, which they have done the entirety of this postseason. I'm not insinuating that this is proving to be one of the greatest or the greatest postseason run of all time, but I do think that we need to put it up in that conversation of being top 5. While this Knicks team does not have the elite talent of a Warriors team or one of those Lakers squads or Celtics squads that have won an NBA championship, but what they have done has been so improbable multiple times over. There has not been a deficit too large, even the historic one, that they managed to fight their way back into in Game 4. I think that this Knicks team has shown that no matter what they face, they're going to find a way to at least make things interesting. I'm excited to see what happens with Game 4, but one thing is certain is that they're going to need continued success from OG Anunoby, who has been playing at a ridiculous level. He was 10 of 15 from the field, 7 of 9 from 3 for 33 points, also with the important block at the end of the game and the ridiculous tip-in that won the game. Jalen Brunson has also continued to play at a really high level and make huge plays when his team has needed that spark, that wake up in order to get back on track. Right now, the Knicks are at minus 440 to win the series. Spurs are at plus 344. I don't think many people are debating if the Knicks are going to be able to win the series or not. It's actually quite improbable for the Spurs to be able to get back into this because we've only seen one team recover from a 3-1 deficit, and that was the 2016 Cavs team that was led by LeBron against the Golden State Warriors. It would take history in order for the Spurs to win this series. Is it possible? Technically speaking, yes. Is it likely, though? It's incredibly, incredibly improbable. But the big question that I posed at the beginning of this video, is it possible for the Knicks to win this game in Game 5 and to finish off the series and to win 4-1? I think that Game 3 and Game 4 proved that that's probably not going to come to fruition. Right now, the Spurs are favored at minus 5.5 at home. I personally think that the Knicks are going to be able to cover that 5.5 point spread because they've shown an ability to keep things close when needed to. They have shown, as we've seen from the ridiculous comeback from last night, the ability to come back from anything. So if they are down by 10 points or whatever it is in the fourth quarter, they could at least potentially narrow the gap. 5.5 points seems large enough of a window that they would be able to at least close that cushion or maybe actually pull off the victory. But I think that it was proven in the performance in Game 3 and Game 4 that the Spurs still have a gear to take over and to win games during this series. It does not feel like the way that they were able to win Game 3 and then the gigantic 29-point lead that they built up in Game 4, that they're not going to go down lightly. I don't think that they're going to end up losing this series in 5 games. I think that the most likely outcome is that they end up losing in 6 and that this goes back to New York. The one thing that provides counter argument or evidence to my claim there is that the Knicks have been incredibly dominant on the road during this postseason, and they stole the first 2 games on the road. So it's not like they're fazed by the environment, and I think that that's not even really a factor in the discussion. This has been a historic year for road teams winning playoff games just in general, not just in the NBA Finals. I think that the Knicks are capable of winning, but as it's been proven, the Spurs are just too good to go down this lightly. They're not going to go down this is easily and lose in 5 games. So I think that the Spurs are going to win, but I think that the Knicks are going to be able to cover in this upcoming matchup. Now, I do have a couple of props that I really like for this game that I wanted to share as well before I close things out here. I first really like Wemby over 1.5 3-pointers. He has been hitting 3-pointers and he's been taking a lot of 3-pointers, but he's been hitting them pretty successfully during the finals and just in the postseason in general. He did it at an insane clip against the Thunder. But in the last 5 games, he has hit on 100% at that total. He has hit at least 2 3-pointers in the last 5 games. He is also at 73% in the last 15 for that same total. So he is hitting at a ridiculously high rate that indicates that he is probably going to be able to cover that 1.5 mark for 3-pointers. I also really like Karl Anthony Towns at over a half a block. He has also been so integral defensively during this series that I think that it is evident that he is going to continue to make plays in the post, but he's also, again, his past performances show that there's a trend here. 80% of the time in the last 5 games, for the last 5 times he's been out there, he has had at least 1 block, and he has hit on 80% for that prop bet in the last 15 games. And the last one that I like Stephon Castle over 4.5 rebounds. 80%, he's hit that mark. He's had at least 5 rebounds in the last 5 games and 73% in the last 15 as well. Stephon Castle's been playing really well, and he's not just been a scorer. He has been active in every single facet of every single game that he has played in during the postseason. Folks, comment below. Do you think that the Knicks are going to be able to finish off the Spurs, or will the Spurs steal Game 5? Hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. We'll catch you later.